Hey everybody, welcome to the live video we're doing right now. Currently just gonna do a little walkthrough for you guys at Devil's Gate here. Just got here. We're gonna be investigating within the next end of the week or sometime next week. So far should be good, never disappoints, always activity here. Check it out. The beginning here, and there's the sign. All right, before I take a little walk down there to the Arroyo Seco over there, just give you a quick little rundown of it. Native Americans, the Hahamanga tribe, and the Shoshone Indians, they believed that this was sacred land, and down there was this tunnel that they believed was a path to the underworld. They never went in it. 1920 it became Devil's Gate Dam because of the headrock stone that looks like a devil. And then three men, Jack Parsons, L. Ron Hubbard, and Aleister Crowley, became an alliance. And Jack Parsons, who founded JPL right there, told Aleister Crowley about Ron Hubbard, and he believed that Devil's Gate was a portal to hell. That might be why he put JPL right there, because he believed it holds some kind of a magical powers to it. But yeah, these three men did rituals together. Actually, it was L. Ron Hubbard and Jack Parsons. They did these rituals together for the OTO, Ordo Templi Orientis. Crowley was being contacted from a distance, and they did this Moonchild ritual, or the first one was Babylon Working, and then they did the Moonchild ritual. And Crowley actually think they both went too far and called them idiots for doing the Moonchild ritual, because the whole point was like the Moonchild was an antichrist. So as a result, from all the rituals they did, Crowley died from being addicted to drugs. Ron Hubbard took all of Jack Parsons' money to Florida, where they said that they were going to start a business together. But yeah, he never paid Parsons back, and then Parsons got fired. Well, it was rumored to steal files from the Aerojet base, and then he worked on a Hollywood movie sets, and he died in an explosion working on something. Some people believed it was a little artificial man with powers or some kind of an alien, but when the explosion happened in his house, actually half of his face was blown off, and he was talking to the police for 3 hours while half of his face was blown off, and then he died. But the rumor is that his body was extracted and then brought back to life in some sort of a Lazarus project. Just a rumor, but I mean, if that did happen, that would be wild. But yeah, so beginning here, a lot of people know my story. If you don't, first came here in 2011, walked that part right there, and when I was done walking that part, went back home, took a shower, and this part of my leg right here was scratched. 3 scratches would mean like a demonic attack, and ever since then just kept coming back and gathered evidence on the paranormal. Some investigations here. Took a psychic here. She believed that this part was she felt the Native American vibration here. It felt like it was a healing land. And one night I saw something that kind of looked like the Jersey Devil flying by there. And for those of you that don't know what the Jersey Devil is, that's a New Jersey tale on the East Coast. It was a dark night, super dark night, and this black thing just flies and disappears into the trees, and I swear it looked just like it. So the story's there. I'm gonna take you through more of the dam here. I see we got somebody joining. Welcome. Just taking a walk through the dam here. As you see here, this is the pathway down into the Arroyo Seco here. And then all this here is the dam. And the first stop we're going to be making is over at that tree over there, where it brought us a couple of psychics. One of those psychics, Stephanie Rice, and they picked up on something with that tree over there and along the path as well. Almost slipped here. Sorry guys, we'll be there in just a few moments here, as long as I get off this rocky path. All right, guys, we made it here to our first stop. Yeah, so it took two different psychics here. One of the psychics, when I brought her this location, keep in mind I didn't tell her anything about the location. When she came here, she saw like these hands coming out of the tree. And another one, let me turn around here, on this path right here. We were doing the dowsing rods, and she sees like a man in a top hat telling us to come on over here. But the energy that she feels from the man on the top hat, it's like a very sinister energy, but he kind of shows up with like a smile on his face, encouraging us to come on over. And that's where the gate is, over there. And like I said, just her vibration, the vibration that he gives off, she just didn't like it. But yeah, we do dowsing rods here quite a bit, and always points at the gate, so it's telling us where we needed to go. Now also dowsing rods pick up on water too, but I think spirits can pick up on, they can do the pointing, right? So you know, when spirit's communicating, I think a good way to do it is to say, like, you're not pointing to water, are you? And it'll uncross for no. But yeah, I mean, like, every time the dowsing rods point somewhere, we usually get something. On digital recorder, EMF detector, spirit box, Ovilus, you name it. It seems to be an effective method. So let's continue here. And again, that's where the man on the top hat appears, apparently. All right. There's the haunted shed over there. We're going to be coming back to that in a few moments here. What we always get over there is something about the serial killer that was around the place. Mac Ray Edwards, who abducted, I believe it was about 4 or 6 children. He killed all of them. He actually buried 2 under the freeway because he was a worker for the roads. But we're walking over to the under the 210 here. We got quite a bit of stories here for you. All right, we've made it under the 210 freeway here. All right, so same psychic that saw the man in the top hat, Stephanie Rice. We were doing something over by that shed over there, where I said where the supposed the serial killer was. No proof on it, but we get some evidence that say otherwise. So we're doing like spirit box or something by the shed over there, and she gets drawn over here, and I think some shadow spirits are trying to distract us from the gate. So she starts walking over here, and my group starts walking with her, kind of like zombies, like they're being hypnotized and getting drawn over here. And when we were here, we were taking photos, and there was like a shadow figure standing in the middle right here. It was weird. And also, along with that shadow figure, you know, at the back of the shed over there, there's like some kind of a dark entity on top of the shed too. And the way that it was explained to me, Lilia saw this, the one who does the tours over at David Oman's house. Kind of looked like that demon from The Conjuring that was sitting on top of the cabinet. It's weird. But yeah, we've gotten EVPs here. A lot of stuff about possible bodies being buried out here. Not sure when, but it was probably from a long time ago in the Native American days. May even be earlier too. Maybe even the kids that got killed by the serial killer. But yeah, whatever's here, I feel it's something dark, and they try to get us away from the gate because they don't want us to see what's going on there. They want to I guess keep their evil going. But right now we're gonna walk over back to the shed there. I'll just be a short little walk here. See a few more people have joined us. Welcome. Just doing a walkthrough of Devil's Gate here. And those EVPs I talked about, you can find them on the YouTube channel. They're about, say, 2, 3, 4 years old. So you're gonna have to do some scrolling to find them. But they're there. It's listed under EVP 210 Freeway, Devil's Gate. Oh yeah, and then when we did a Halloween tour here a few years ago, there was a spirit that said boo on our digital recorder like a ghost. Never heard anything like that in my life. That happened back there. Anyway, moving on here. There's the shed right there that we're gonna go to. See, got another audience member joining. Welcome. All right, this is the shed here. Get a lot of readings here over the years. One time we were doing an EVP session, and well, first things first, we had a REM pod and a K2 meter set up here, and I asked if this place needed an exorcism, and K2 meter spikes all the way to red. Those of you that don't know what the K2 meter is, it's an EMF detector with 5 lights, goes from green to red. The strongest point is when all 5 lights light up. When I asked that question, all 5 of the lights lit up here. And so we did an EVP session later on, about I want to say a year or 2 later, and I asked if this place needed an exorcism and if it still needed to happen. And you capture a clear voice saying my name, Adam. It's about as Class A as it gets. Class A is like the best EVP you can possibly capture. So that's what happened here. Like we said, the serial killer, this may be where he stayed. We're not sure, but yeah, I mean, he's also communicated to us through here as well. Every time we do it, we always ask if he's regretted what he did to those children. Like I said, he abducted 4 to 6 children, killed them, buried them in the freeway because he was a road worker. And he says yes, and that he was under demonic influence. Those videos are also older on our YouTube channel to check out. But yeah, I mean, that's everything here. Now we're gonna make our way to the gate here, the Devil's Gate, which when people come here, they kind of have trouble finding it. So we'll help you out, show you where it is. So I forgot to mention, when you're under that 210 freeway, having the cars pass while you're underneath, it has a very creepy vibe to it. Kind of adds to the ambience of the hauntings, if you want to call it that. In this area, we used to get activity about kids here, but not as much anymore. Okay, so just gonna stay on this path here. It's a little, decline's a little slippery, so you want to be careful here. Okay. And a lot of trees have come down, so I don't know what it is about this part, but for some reason my legs always get really shaky here. I don't know why. Alrighty. See, a couple more people have joined. Welcome. Just talking about Devil's Gate. And we're about to get to the juicy part here. So you're just in time. All right. There it is right there. So, hence for why they call it Devil's Gate. Horn, face of a devil, right there. Oh, man. And if you look more closely here, there's more faces actually. You can kind of see one right here. There's like an eye and a face. Kind of like one right there. There's another one too somewhere around here. Yeah, kind of like another one there. Eye, nose, mouth. So yeah, this is the supposed portal to hell. One of 7 in the entire world here. Yeah, before we continue there, right in back of me, we're doing a spirit box session. We couldn't get to the gate because it was all flooded over here. And we did the spirit box session. This is on another older YouTube video. You can find it. I was doing the spirit box, and all of a sudden I see like this girl, white gown, black hair covering her face, just standing there. Freaked me out. Looked immediately, she was gone. And what I think is that may have been, one of the girls that was killed by the serial killer, McRae Edwards. I think her name was Brenda Howell. There may have been one more girl, but I'm not sure. I have to double check. From what I know, names are Brenda Howell, Donna Lee Baker, Bruce Kremen, and somebody else. I know there's a 4th one there, but I forgot what his name is. Bruce Kremen, Donna Lee Baker, Brenda Howell. But yeah, what was weird is when the Weather Channel did American Supernatural and they told that story, they said she was over there. And what was amazing is it was the exact description that I just gave you, and they didn't even know about it. So it's weird that when they made the show, that's what they went with, but that's correct. And I didn't tell them anything about it, which is weird. So, and now we got the gate here. I've had some interesting things happen inside that gate. Like having an EVP telling me die, getting a snarl here as well, and having things getting thrown at us when nothing is in there. We've had paint cans thrown at us and something else thrown at us too when nothing was at the end of the gate there. It's just so bizarre. But yeah, this is the supposed portal to hell. Oh my gosh. can speak into it. Hello? And what was interesting about the EVP, the snarling EVP, was what you just heard right now. Hey! That in order to, hello there. So when you speak into the gate, it creates an echo. But when I got that EVP, there was no echo afterwards, which means that it came from inside of the gate there, and it was a snarl EVP. So in some other stories, the same psychic, Stephanie Rice, we were all the way down there. She told me to look, and suddenly this giant tall figure walked across this. Yes, I'm alone right now. It's all right, it's during the daytime, so we're good here. But yeah, gathered quite a bit of stories here. It's a incredible place, infamous history. Just nuts, you gotta visit it. All right, guys, I think that about does it here. Thanks for joining. Within the next week, we're gonna have a video at this place. Yeah, I'm about to end the live feed right now. I talk about everything we've experienced in the last, what is it, 7, 8 years here. So I talk about all those stories. But yeah, oh, also, when I was here with F.J. Lennon, the author that wrote Devil's Gate, somebody had just gotten done doing a ritual in there. And we got out sage, and the psychic that was with us was like, yeah, what's in here right now, it's not happy with us. So like, you better leave. So every time we leave this location, we always sage and protect ourselves. Afterwards, of course, coming in too, but when you're dealing with a place like Devil's Gate, you want double the protection. So before and after is always a good idea. And yeah. All right, well, I mean, that about does it. If you guys have any questions here, I'll give you about a minute or so. Yep, you got it. Absolutely. When I was in high school, kids told me I was crazy for thinking that there was haunted things in Pasadena, and sure enough, I was right. I found them, that's for sure. Yep, it's crazy to be back, that's for sure. Absolutely, I would go into a graveyard at night. We've done it before too, so it's a fun experience. All right. Give you guys about a few more seconds here to ask any questions you want. Well, you say you're a chicken to do it, but I'm sure you're braver than that. You just gotta dig deep. And yeah, I mean, it would make your skin crawl, that's for sure. Cool. All right, guys, well, thanks for joining. Thanks for listening to my stories. If you didn't hear any of that, make sure to go back and review the live stream I just shot here. But gonna be signing off here. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you. Goodbye.